welcome to night 3 of CYSO Week. We're so glad to have so many people joining us tonight. My name is Maya Todorovich, and I've been in CYSO for 7 years, and I play violin in concert orchestra.
And my name is Brandon Chung, and I'm a cellist in the Symphony Orchestra. We're excited to be here to host this third broadcast of CYSO Week. For those who may have missed last night's broadcast, we featured our steel pan orchestras and also our community engagement programs.
It was really amazing to see our steel pan orchestra students in their education concerts and the community engagement programs that we have. And I personally learned a lot about the history of steel pan. It was great.
Tonight, we're going to feature the world premiere of our Beethoven virtual orchestra video. Members of our three youngest orchestras, debut orchestra, prep strings, and overture strings, came together to perform the finale from Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. You probably know that symphony for the famous opening, da-da-da-da.
For this virtual performance, students performed the finale from that symphony because, as one of our conductors will share later, they wanted a way to end the season on a triumphant note.
Also this evening, we'll be sharing a video featuring some of the work CYSO students have been doing since our rehearsals were unfortunately suspended in March. Since that time, we've been doing weekly activities and meeting virtually as an ensemble with our conductors. This video is like a little peek behind the scenes of our Zoom calls, but without the weird echoes or mid-speech freezes.
And last but not least, we'll also feature another celebration of the CYSO class of 2020. Have you seen any of your senior friends being honored, Brandon?
Truthfully, I unfortunately missed out on the senior celebration part of the last two nights, but I'm super excited to watch today's senior celebration and see my friends in those videos.
We also want to remind everyone watching at home that we want this to be a shared experience. So we're encouraging you to post a picture of yourself and your family and how you're tuning in to CYSO Week tonight.
From last night's broadcast, we saw Henry from our Jumbies Steel Orchestra rocking the CYSO hoodie, snaps for that, and hanging out with his BFF Murphy.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, what
And
a cute dog.
we also saw Ruth the dog was tuned in and learning about our community engagement programs last night. She was especially interested in whether dogs were allowed in the audience of those performances.
Of course, you can also share your CYSO Week watch party selfies online using the hashtag CYSOPlaysOn.
Now to get us started tonight, I want to introduce our debut orchestra faculty, Conductor Dana Green and Assistant Conductor Stephen Gooden.
Thanks, Maya, and thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm Dana Green, debut orchestra conductor.
And I'm Stephen Gooden. I'm the assistant conductor of the debut orchestra. And we're here to give a little shout out to everybody that's already donated to our CYSO Week fundraiser. Because of you, we're allowed to bring this amazing music education and performance to everybody across the world. Thank you so much.
In support of CYSO Week, we're encouraging our community to make a donation in the amount that they would have spent on a ticket to one of our spring concerts. Ticket sales are a large part of our revenue, but due to the COVID-19 crisis, our budget took a hit from the concerts that had to be canceled this spring.
The donations that we've received throughout the spring will help us plan for the future of CYSO. They fuel our work and help us provide new and exciting programming, much like what you're seeing this week with CYSO Week.
Our goal for tonight is to break the $3,000 mark. We know there are many worthy causes to give to right now, but if you feel compelled, you can join in making a gift to CYSO Week by donating to our Facebook fundraiser. You can check the comments now for the link or by making a gift through our website at cyso.org/donate. And thank you for your support.
All right. So if you saw us a few weeks ago on CYSO's Facebook Live, then you know there's something like a friendly rivalry between me and Maestro Green. And we had a really fun head-to-head on music from whether string repertoire was better than winds repertoire. And, you know, I think we got something like that going on again. What's going on, Maestro Green?
Well, okay, yeah, that's right. I think the last round that we did, I generously called it a tie. Although we know that, I mean, anyone who is maybe schooled in the way the world works understands that strings are far superior and therefore won to your winds and brass. Maestro Gooden.
Sure, whatever. Tonight's not about winds versus strings, though. Tonight we're going to head with our picks for favorite conductor and piece of music. So each one of the things that we chose was a really cool just piece, and then really inspiring conducting.
Yeah, sure. But tonight it's not about winds versus strings. Okay, so we opened it up. Tonight we're going head to head, and we need some impartial judges for that. So we're bringing back in tonight's hosts, Maya and Brandon, to decide the winner. And I'd like to say that they are dressed really, really nicely, and both are amazing people and such great musicians. And this has nothing to do with the fact that they're going to be judging who wins tonight's competition. So let's start this head to head.
All right.
What an
Wasn't that so
intro,
fun? Oh, we love that. Look, so I know both of you are players. I'm not going to hold that against you for our choices because these are full orchestra pieces. So let's get started.
Yeah. Be as impartial as you possibly can be. And I know that that's probably one of your many traits and things that you've mastered over the years because you're such phenomenal and smart and brilliant and talented people.
Agreed. So we'll get started with my pick. My pick is a piece of music by the composer Johann Strauss, and it is featured in a famous movie. Most people only know it from the movie, and I highly suggest that, Richard, you're right. There's so many different kinds of Strausses, and I get them confused. It's the other one, and it's from a movie that everybody knows, but I really encourage you to actually get to know the rest of it. But this part right here you're going to hear is the very beginning.
That was awesome. Wow.
I think epic is a good word for that to describe how
Maya, I
that.
was just thinking epic.
It was. And then
Very.
and then the sound after that, and then it just got bigger and bigger. That's why mine's the winner.
Well, we'll have to
Maestro
see
Green.
Mr. Green's, huh?
Yeah, well, we
Absolutely.
can't decide just now. We have to be fair.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Maya, for being impartial and fair. Brandon, yeah, you're right. We still have to hear mine, and I think Maestro Gooden. This is how confident I am, even with his amazing bow tie that looks so much cooler than my tie. I think he's going to hear my piece and be like, "Wow, I think I got to give it to Maestro Green." So my piece is it's an excerpt from Delights and Dances by a composer named Michael Abel. Famously, he did the soundtrack for Get Out. Global warming, epic piece. Maybe someone's played global warming out there. What a cool piece. But anyway, this is from Delights and Dances. This is the finish to the piece, and it is energetic. It is It'll get your adrenaline going. You're gonna sweat. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, let's hear it. Wow.
Yeah.
Don't you want to play that?
Yeah, that is so fun. That is so fun. Oh my gosh. Do we have
Well,
to
listen.
vote now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my. I have to say I really like Mr. Green's choice. I just, as a string player, I'm so sorry, but like I was looking at that and I was just like, I want to play that. That's so fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Woo! Well, you should.
Well, Maestro Gooden, I'm sorry to have to also pile on a little bit here, but those offbeats are just wow. They're just exactly like Maestro Green put it. They just gives you so much adrenaline, gives you that blood rush really. So
Yeah. Okay. Look. So I'll give you that one, but I have a little next one for you, Maestro Green.
You cheater!
I kind of figured
There's
this
more.
was gonna
Oh my
be
gosh.
cool. So I came up with more.
Yay!
Let's hear it.
oh my gosh, it's awesome.
How dare you bring Beethoven into this? How dare you? And on his 250th birthday.
I
Maestro
know.
Gooden.
Because don't you wish that lightning could come out of the tip of your baton?
Yes.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Ooh, you're right.
And the hair too. Look at that beautiful hair. Wish I could have hair like that.
Great.
Like
That was great. That is a performance no one would forget.
So should we call it a tie now?
Possibly.
I guess we have to.
Possibly.
Okay.
Unite,
Fine.
string players unite. I see how it is. Okay,
mean,
so go ahead.
I was just going to say, CGI makes everything better. And, I got to give it to you on that one. That was a good creative use of computer graphics, Maestro Gooden.
Absolutely. So we have to thank our judges for saying gracefully that it was not a tie. I know, and conceding.
I don't know if I heard that. I don't think I heard that.
Maestro Green. Maestro Green, you win. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Maya, for being wonderful, non-partial judges.
Thank you.
For string players.
You're very welcome.
Okay, great. We're going to move it on. And up next, we want to share a little bit about the virtual learning that our students have been doing since the shelter-in-place order started back in mid-March.
So when CYSO was forced to suspend their in-person rehearsals and concerts, it was obviously a real bummer for all of our students and, also for the artistic staff. Like myself and Maestro Gooden, we look forward to coming to the Fine Arts Building every weekend. And when we found out that we weren't going to be able to do that, rainy days for all.
Oh yeah, it was pretty crushing. But we started working right away to see what we could do to come up with a plan to take our programming online, because there's no way that we could miss out on getting to see our students each week. This was definitely not an easy feat, though. And the Parks and Rec had a little moment where they gave a reunion and they talked about the work that teachers do. And it is a lot of work to do this, but it's such a joy to do it. And we all just jumped right in to make that happen. And we really want to be able to bring everybody together in one room to play, but online it doesn't really work with delays and crazy stuff like that. And so just the pandemic and everything going on, it just wasn't the best way to do that.
Yeah, we began by creating a new curriculum of activities that students could work on from home. And for our orchestra debut, one of the first challenges I gave students was to teach their instrument to a member of their family. Or if their family members already played music and they were already musicians, to make some chamber music together.
Yeah, we received lots of amazing videos and performances from parents who'd never even touched a cello before, and even duets with family pets.
There was that one where Evan Liu was doing a duet with his dog. Do
Yeah,
you remember watching that one?
I do.
And that dog was going crazy for his clarinet, and it was really good. I think it was Mozart. He's playing Mozart.
Yeah, my dog.
And then there was a. Go ahead. Does it? No.
Oh, she just kind of looks at me the whole time.
So my dog is okay when I play violin. Totally fine if I play violin. I break out the French horn, goes crazy, starts eating tables, and causing damage. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
No.
So we saw, let's see, I'm trying to think about some of the really cool highlights of our e-learning. Oh, we had one assignment where kids were supposed to invent an instrument. And I remember one student actually, it was Evan Liu. I'm gonna go back to Evan Liu. Did you see his, he put his A clarinet with his B flat clarinet, and he made a double clarinet, and it sounded amazing. It kind of sounded like a bass clarinet. It was so cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, that is really creative.
Another student didn't invent the pan flute, but manufactured a pan flute out of PVC piping and spray painted it, and then played hot cross buns on it. It was so fun.
It was so cool. It was so
yeah. Cool. So each, I mean, we could go on and on about some of these cool e-learning experiences. The artwork that was created, the recordings that the kids made, the original compositions, so cool. So each CYSO orchestra created different activities that challenge students to compose music, as we were saying, and listen to famous symphonies, explore online music archives, and so much more.
Yeah, and we started doing, when we had these Zoom meetings, there's obviously an educational proponent to it, and as well as super fun activities to do. A lot of the things that we would do would engage in music in your imagination and utilize like your mind's ear and things like that. It was really great to see everybody's face and for people to get an opportunity to share way more often than they would during a rehearsal, because we're playing music, and so we're able to put responses in the chat or raise your hand and actually speak out to the whole group. I thought that was really excellent.
Yeah, so students were given an opportunity to do some like historical research, because I think being a musician is almost equal parts being a historian and performer, because you got to know why the composers wrote what they wrote and then how to play it consequently. So some of the kids actually came up in these Zoom conversations with some of the coolest discoveries about composers that I'd never even known before.
Right.
So anyway, before we start the video, we wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of our CYSO students as well as their families. We know that the past few months have been extremely challenging and stressful, but we've been so inspired by the way that our musicians have remained committed to making music and showing up for their ensemble.
Right, and with that, we'll stop talking and show you guys some of the projects the students did virtually this spring.
Hello, everybody. So what are we going to do?
Of course, this is normally the time the concertmaster should be tuning the orchestra, and I would be making my last minute getting ready for rehearsal.
As always, that we tell you, us at CYSO, we miss you, and really, you showing up every Saturday really means a lot to us.
Who wants to go first?
How's music made your life better and more enriched during this time of quarantine, Kalia?
It's just kind of been like an outlet to just kind of like let all my worries just like go away and just focus on one thing.
For fun, I tried playing like not classical music, like pop music.
Because someone came up with like playing 8 bars of whatever of the Wagner, but jazz style. Right?
I don't know, I feel like now I can like take the time to work on like stuff that I normally wouldn't. So like I started working on like tone more and stuff like that, and that hasn't been something that I've been working on like since ever. So that was good.
I've been transcribing a lot, which is good because I usually don't like get to shred jazz clarinet as much during the school year.
Yeah, that's my 3D printer, which I can get to play music.
Whoa. And I just want you to remember how important it is. You know, how you use this time and what you carry forward from this. Everything is a learning opportunity. No matter how terrible the situation, everything that happens to you in life is a learning opportunity.
And so this exercise we're about to do is called Imagining Sounds. And so I want you to use your imagination and to see what you can come up with. Okay, close your eyes. Don't cheat. We can see you all.
It goes so bum 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 bum, right? Bum.
How would you describe the movement?
It's like playful but sinister at the same time.
That music is entirely about the sounds themselves. It's about stacked intervals.
The single most important lesson I am ever going to teach you about composition, which is use a notebook.
You can do a whole lot of things. You don't need to just think about existing in one world. And the thing about it is, if you're going to be successful, the more worlds that you can exist in, the better chance you have at that.
If you want to go fast, you have to go slow. That's a life truth. If you want to go fast, you gotta go slow.
While you guys are all talented, there will always be somebody who is more talented. So don't focus on how talented you are. You have to focus on how hard you work.
If I would kind of imagine that I was playing the piece, or even better, sing the piece, and that would give me a mental picture.
There's all these rules. You go to school, you spend years being told there's rules, you can't do this. And then you graduate and you compose your own. Everybody says, wow, you put thirds in there? That's great. That's genius. You're just like, okay, but you have to like learn the rules and then know how to properly be able to break the rules, kind of a thing.
Composer has given us some secret messages, like we have to crack a code.
When you get a degree from a school of music, because a school of music is a professional school, the degrees are professional degrees. An example would be like if you went to medical school, you wouldn't say, listen, I love medicine, but I want to make sure I have plenty of room for French poetry in this degree. They would say, this might not be the best fit for you, right?
we have to put everything away, or no? Can we leave it out?
Yeah, make sure your folders go back in the rack, please.
All right, make sure they go back in the right place. Otherwise, very difficult to find the music next time.
All right.
I love you guys. I will see you next week. Take care. Write me.
It was a beautiful, beautiful time to share with you.
It's so good to see all of you. I'm glad to know that you are safe and you are healthy.
All right, folks, we had fun. Till we meet again.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Yay.
Very nice, Christina. How many?
Oh, that video made me a little teary. It's so cool to see everything put together like that.
It was so good to see all of our wonderful ensembles, sort of. And I know, Maya, I saw your beautiful orange background in the video.
Yes, the iconic orange background.
In the video, it also ties in perfectly with the next thing that we want to talk about tonight. And one of the quotes we heard from my conductor, Maestro Tinkham, was he said something like, everything is a learning opportunity. And no matter, what kind of horrible events happen in the world, there's something to learn from it. And I think that really relates beautifully to what's going on in the world right now with protests and the Black Lives Matter movement. For us as teenagers, it's super important to express ourselves and express our voice. And I know so many of my colleagues and me, we use music as a way to express our voice. And so we really want to talk a little bit today about how to share our voice during this difficult time.
Personally, something I've been doing is every day of this past month, I have been sharing on my social media a Black content creator or artist that I currently follow or I've just begun following, and I'm really trying to diversify my content, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching, what I'm engaging with, and also trying to diversify what my friends are seeing, what my family's engaging with, what people who follow me online are spending their time watching, looking at. I think it's really important that we help get voices of underrepresented people out there because it's really important during these times.
And speaking about highlighting some of the amazing work done by Black creators, and we know if you want to support the Black Lives Matter movement and you might not have the resources to donate, there's a free video on YouTube posted by someone named Zoe Amira, Zoeamira. It is over 9.5 million views. All the ad revenue from that video is going to organizations supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And another thing that's really cool that I recently read in the news is from the Manhattan School of Music. They've made a promise for the upcoming season that they will play a video by, or a piece of a music piece. Sorry, I couldn't speak for a moment there. By a Black composer. And super exciting news. I love to hear it because there's so many amazing pieces that haven't yet been heard, and we want the world to hear such amazing music.
And tying along with that, CYSO is also going to be selecting repertoire every season and performing works from underrepresented artists and conductors. And I think that's awesome because something that really made an impact on me this season was being able to play Florence Price's Symphony number 1 in E minor. It's one of my favorite symphonies I've ever played in CYSO because it's quite literally a piece of history. It's phenomenal. I mean, imagine getting to sit down and play something that was literally a historical phenomenon event at that time. She was the first female African-American conductor to have her symphony played by a major symphony orchestra, Chicago Symphony Orchestra at the Chicago World's Fair. And I think being able to get those opportunities, have people in the audience and in orchestras be able to experience those works is is going to be amazing. So I can't wait moving forward what we're going to see. And that also makes me a little sad because of our seniors, because they're not going to have that opportunity because this is their last season. So hopefully looking forward, it's going to be great, but can't help but feel a little sad for the seniors as they're going.
Yeah, it's really just one of those things that's so unfortunate, but at least we're able to celebrate the seniors in a sort of way by highlighting a video of our class of 2020 graduating seniors. So
And
that's what we're
after
going to show
that,
next.
sorry, I cut you off. Well, after that, please still stay tuned for the big debut of our Beethoven virtual orchestra performance featuring students from overture strings, preparatory strings, and debut orchestra. Can't wait to see it.
Hi, I'm Amelia Ramos. I play violin. I'm from Chicago. I've been in prep, debut, concert, philharmonic, and symphony. I will be attending San Xavier University for biology and music, and I will be attending medical school at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Hi, I'm Emily Zwijak. I'm from Hickory Hills, Illinois, and I participated in CYSO's Philharmonic Orchestra and Chamber Enrichment Program this year, and I play violin. And next fall, I'll be studying at Roosevelt University with Almeda Vamos and Ming-Huan Chu for music education and violin performance.
I'm Daniel Benedict from Oak Park. I was in concert, philharmonic, and symphony orchestras. I play harp, and I will be attending Curtis Institute of Music for music performance.
Hello, my name is Shane Cox, and I'm from Indian Head Park, Illinois. I've played trombone in CYSO for 3 years, playing in the Philharmonic Orchestra and the Symphony Orchestra. Next year, I'll be attending Indiana University, Jacobs School of Music, and I'll be studying music education.
Hey, I'm Elena Spiro. I am from Geneva, Illinois. I've been in CYSO's Philharmonic Orchestra, Chamber Music Program, Symphony Orchestra, and Corps. I played cello, and I will be attending the Boston Conservatory at Berklee, pursuing a Bachelor of Music in Cello Performance.
My name is Cal O'Connor. I'm from St. Charles, Illinois. I have been in the CYSO's Child Rondo Strings, Debut Orchestra, Concert Orchestra, and Philharmonic Orchestra. I will be attending Creighton University next year as a music major pre-med student.
Hi, my name is Nicole Tong. I'm from Naperville. I was in the preparatory strings, debut, concert, and symphony orchestras here at CYSO for the past 7 years, and I will be attending Stanford University this fall.
Hi, my name is Elle Bullman. I am from Homewood, Illinois, and I played the baritone saxophone in the jazz orchestra this year. I'll be studying psychology at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign.
Hey CYSO, my name is Julia Konyuk, and I'm a graduating senior this year from Geneva, Illinois. I was in the concert orchestra playing oboe this past year, and I will be attending Loyola University Chicago, where I'll be majoring in biochemistry as an honors student and minoring in French.
My name is Francis Bassadilli. I participated in the CYSO Jazz Orchestra, playing drum set for 2 years. That was my junior and senior year of high school. And I'm going to be attending Indiana University Jacobs School of Music as a major in jazz studies, with a specific focus on drum set performance.
I'm Olive Lentz. I'm from Oak Park, Illinois, and I've played viola in concert orchestra, symphony orchestra, and corps. Next year, I'm going to the Johns Hopkins Peabody Conservatory to study viola performance.
Hi, I'm Catherine Ramsey, and I'm from Oak Brook, Illinois. I've played in CYSO's Symphony Orchestra as a member of their harp section, and I've also played in their chamber orchestra. Next year, I will be attending Southern Methodist University, where I will be majoring in harp performance and pre-law.
Hi, my name is Daniela Valdez, and I'm the Director of String Ensembles with the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestras. Thank you for being here today and with us all week as we celebrate CYSO Week. I'm excited to share with you the Junior Orchestra's virtual performance of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, the finale movement. We chose this particular piece for two reasons. The first reason is that it would have been Beethoven's 250th birthday this year, and we thought what a perfect way to celebrate him through his music. Second, we wanted to end the season with our students with a piece that felt triumphant and celebratory in nature. And even though we couldn't continue this season in the same shared space and being together, we thought that this piece would bring us just that, togetherness. We all know that the beginning of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, the first movement, does not begin with that. It begins with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of darkness, some would say stormy. But with the roll-in of a timpani into the fourth movement, everything changes. And he gives us a melody that is extremely heroic and the feeling of hope, the feeling that we can overcome anything, any obstacle that might be presented to us. The energy that is sustained through the entire movement is that of what gives us hope. On behalf of the staff at CYSO, we hope that during this time in our world, that through music, whether it's either listening or just performing it, that we can hold on to our hope and know that we will overcome this and we will be back together again. Enjoy Beethoven's Symphony No. 5, the finale. Thank you.
That was awesome! I loved seeing that. What about you, Brandon?
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. It reminds me of when I was like a little kid and I was playing pieces, and now I'm all grown up, and seeing these awesome young musicians is just so incredible to watch.
Aw. Yeah, that was so amazing. And we hope that you guys also enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Thank you to all the members of Debut Orchestra, Prep Strings, and Overture Strings for their amazing performances.
Thank you as well to Dana Green, Stephen Gooden, and Daniela Valdez for joining us. We saw the conducting shot in the middle of the video. That was super cool.
Woo! Yes,
And thanks to all of you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast.
We hope you'll come back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll be featuring performances from chamber music and presenting our student awards and CYSO's Music Inspiration Award.
And to close, we're featuring a performance from Symphony Orchestra harpist Nina Scheyer, submitted online through #CYSO Plays On.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.